Hey, how's everybody doing, man? Hope,
Hello.
hope everybody's having a good day so far. To all nobodies that are in here, how y'all doing, man? Y'all doing good? Make some noise.
Nope.
Nope. So I know we kind of spraying this on people, but it's all good. Gonna wait for a few more people, some people to come in here, and then we'll start talking about. I don't know which one you want to start with first.
Let's start with Silo. I think we can do that one.
We'll start with Silo.
Yeah,
Right.
save the good stuff for later.
We can start with Silo then.
Yeah.
Welcome, viewer, whoever whoever it is that's in it.
Thank you for joining.
And leaving.
Oh, okay.
So, all right. So, I mean, they can watch this later. It's fine. We can just start talking about it anyway. I don't know. What'd you think of the episode?
It dragged a bit for me, honestly. I didn't like the manipulation that occurred throughout. Obviously, that's his role or whatever, but it still was dragging for me just a touch. Still, I think they're still just setting up the season. I'm hoping next episode will be a little bit more, you know, action, things going on, you know.
I'm actually surprised they pulled off a complete episode without Nichols. She wasn't in it not
No,
1 second,
yeah.
and the episode still turned out to be pretty good because I was
Hmm.
wondering what the other silo knew, whether they knew she had escaped, what they were doing, were they rebelling, what was going on over there. So you finally get your answer.
Well, it sounded like Bernard knew that all the people had come out of that one silo and that they were dead outside. Because if you heard him during his conversation with the judge, the alcoholic lady, he was like, if everybody um they all left and they came outside and they're scattered out there, a bunch of dead bodies. So he knew what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I don't
don't
know.
know how, but
It's
that must indicate that there's some kind of conversation or um way that they're able to interact with the different silos.
Melba says it's a great surprise. Yeah, I,
Yeah.
I appreciate that. We weren't going to do it on Thanksgiving.
No.
Plus, we wanted to talk to the people, see what they thought.
Yeah. Thank you for joining, Melba.
Yeah, please. I mean, thank you, God, for joining. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you being here and checking us out. um, yeah, don't, I still don't understand quite why this is a thing. Okay,
Well,
I'll
what's
give
the
you for
thing?
instance, like,
Okay.
so um, he doesn't want the people going outside, right? The mayor, whoever's in charge of the silo, right?
Hmm.
But I don't understand why you don't want them to. Like the second they go outside, they can be like, oh, it's bad out here.
Well, I think the theory is, right, that if you keep the people there, and one day hopefully you could go outside when it's fresh air, it's clean or whatever, you have people that can repopulate. I guess that's maybe the theory, but if you let them all leave and they all die, then you're not going to have anyone to repopulate the earth.
I've heard some theories.
Okay.
I don't think
That's not
that
it.
repopulation is what they're after. I'm serious. Like he's trying to keep people in so
Right.
he can maintain control over the people in the silo. I
Right.
say give everybody a suit, let them go outside for 5 minutes. You know, leave the door open. Just say go outside, come on back in, tell the people what it's like out there. All right, now everybody shut up, sit down, and before you die. Like I just I don't understand. Let them go. Just open the door, and let them
But
walk
then you
out for a
have the
second.
potential for contamination.
Whatever.
I don't know, because then once she left and they raised the alarm because I guess apparently according to the handbook, when somebody doesn't wipe the lens down, you have to raise the alarm.
She didn't clean. Yeah.
Right. Um Once that happened and he found out how she was able to do it because he had those two women in the jail cell spying on him. Once he was able to find that out, then he went and told everybody, "Hey, this was a new invention
I mean,
that we."
that's
that
politics.
we
That's what they do today.
I know.
They
That's
do that right now.
I know.
Um, yeah, I hear what you're saying. I just I don't understand why they're inside. Let them go outside. Come on back in, and they can figure stuff out. I will tell you what I have noticed in every episode, especially since last season.
What's up?
Um, what's his name? Who's the dude in the leather jacket? Common. Common's
His
acting is dry.
his
Is drier
well,
than Thanksgiving turkey.
his character is Robert, and I think actually the scene that he had with his wife in the kitchen, I thought was better than most of the scenes that he's had thus far.
There's never any emotion on his face. There's
No,
never any emotion. He's like, I'm gonna go eat this in the other room.
no,
Okay, all
I
right.
agree,
He's never got
but
any emotion on
I
his face.
agree.
Never. I don't understand. How does he keep getting jobs? How does he keep getting work? It's terrible. All right, what else you got?
As far as this episode, nothing really. I guess the only other thing would be that Common's looking to be his shadow, and that's not happening. So I'm curious what the two of them specifically are cooking up that he's not giving it to Robert,
He wanted to
the
be a
character.
shadow last season, but
Mhm.
he didn't pick him. And
Mhm.
they're trying to figure out what is going on. Like he's trying to figure out what's going on.
Right.
I feel like he already knows Common's character. Would you say his name?
Robert.
I feel like Robert already knows what's going on, and I just don't know. Are they able to contact the other silos? Is that a thing?
I'm guessing that they are because again, Bernard made reference to all the dead bodies outside. So unless he saw them, how would he know?
Yeah, I guess that's true. But again, there wasn't a whole lot to talk about with this episode because
No.
everything was pretty much. I mean, Rachel Nichols, uh,
Julie.
Juliet Nichols wasn't. She wasn't in this episode, and they were just trying to deal with the aftermath of her leaving.
Right.
So there's a rebellion in the silo. People think they're trying to figure out whether or not she had survived, whether or not she is alive or not. And yeah, the next episode should be pretty good. I think that's going to happen here in the next day or so. So
Tomorrow. Yep.
watch out for that.
Comes out early because of the holiday. They have now the JL sign that they're putting up all over the silo to stand for Juliet Lives.
Yeah,
So I want to see how that continues to.
I had no idea what that meant when I saw it on the wall. I was like, "That was
I was like, that's
JL.
not her last name.
What is JL?" I was like, "That's not her last name." But that's all good. All right, what else we got?
For this, nothing. So we can
No, the
move
next
it.
show.
Oh,
What's the next show?
well, we can do Arcane or we can do From. Which would you prefer, sir?
Um, I gotta do Arcane. Is
Really?
has
Okay.
any of the 7 people who are in here right now seen Arcane at all? There was somebody in Discord, matter of fact, who was supposed to have reminded me or supposed to have said something. Just the mom says she has. All right, then. What'd you think? Did you think it was a good show? Did you like it? Did you not like it?
Now, did you watch all the last 3 episodes, or are you only partially into the series?
No, no. So Melba hasn't seen it. So Melba, I don't know if you're into like
Anime.
anime. I mean, I'm not super into anime myself, but I
You
like a good
forget it's
story.
anime when
Yeah.
you're watching this. This is so well done. You forget that it's anime.
Just the mom says she didn't watch the last 3 episodes.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So um
The last 3 episodes are amazing. I couldn't breathe. Like, I literally stopped breathing. It was that good.
the storyline is absolutely insane. And
Amazing.
I'm not lying to you when I say that this is the best animated
Yes,
show that I've ever seen in my
absolutely.
life.
Hands down.
Ever
Yep.
seen in my life. The acting, the voice acting is incredible. The storylines. And keep in mind, this is a video game. Like this was a mobile game that they turned into a story. This isn't supposed to happen. Like this is supposed to be trash. Like everything else that comes out that's video game related, but it wasn't. Like every visual uh piece to
Mhm.
this show, last season and this was beautiful. I mean, they all woven together perfectly, and each song was carefully
Oh my goodness.
chosen to
The
go with each
songs were
scene.
perfect for the when they made it for the scene specific to the character, it felt like it actually felt like their anthem in that precise moment. So, yes, I agree 1,000%. The music, the artistry, the storyline, everything was beautifully done.
I've never seen anything like this. The music is great.
Yep.
So
Yep. He's
I'm gonna
been
try.
listening
I'm
to
gonna
it. So
like I don't want to mesh. I've been listening to it again and again and again and again, and my wife has gotten absolutely annoyed with me listening to these same goddamn songs again and again. She was like, "You keep listening to this depressing shit, and I'm gonna have to turn this. I'm gonna have to turn this off."
It's the guitar licks, man. It's every the songs are amazing.
It's
I'm
not even
sorry.
just that.
No, it's not, but the songs are
I was
amazing.
gonna play one for the intro, but
No.
my sister was like, "Please don't do that. Please don't do that." Um, so my review for From is dropping tonight, but I had to do this first because we're not doing it Thursday. I'm sorry, I am slipping. My bad, Dominic. I'm trying to get it out. You know, I got stuff to do. I got a kid. He wants stuff every now and then, like food and
How dare he?
attention. It's crazy. You know, so I gotta do stuff every now and then. But no, I'm gonna have that out tonight. Uh, Comical Fletch, how's it going? Thank you for hanging out. Are you gonna check out the new Dune? So it's funny you would ask that. My sister has seen the new Dune. I saw the
Mhm.
first episode. I have not seen the second episode yet. So probably after this or after I finish the my from
Review.
video
Mhm.
tonight, then I'll watch Dune. I will be caught up. That way I'll be able to explain it more or go in depth with Dune. Um
Dune was good. I'll just put that out there for you. I liked the episode. It gave you a little bit more context with a few of the characters, moved the storyline forward, I believe. So yeah, we'll be discussing that at a later date, but I enjoyed it.
Comical Flesh says, "Is it okay to watch Dune without knowing the movies or the book of the story?" Absolutely,
Yes.
because I've been lost every single time one of the movies have come out. Do you hear me? I've always needed like a lesson or had to YouTube something or look
You
it up because I have no idea what's going on.
you can watch you can watch the series without the either one of excuse me, the movies. However, there will be some references that maybe you don't get, but not a lot. Like it's not heavy. Um, you don't need to heavily rely on the movies to get what's going on. So you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
I mean, all you got to know is war, sand, spice. That's it. That's all you got to know. That's all I know. You know. Live from the Bushes says, "What y'all on a Monday afternoon?" I know it's a surprise for me too. This is
Thanks
very
for
impromptu.
joining Live for the
Very
Bushes.
impromptu.
Very.
Yeah. So, um, I mean, we can talk about episode. We can go back to episode one of Dune and talk about that with some of the people.
Okay.
But
That's fine.
I got to give Arcane its just due, man, because if I'm being honest,
I can't even. I like I said, I could not breathe through the last 3 episodes. Like, man, I'm telling
I'm
you,
just gonna
the
be real.
way that they did it,
I'm
he
a man, and
cried.
I cried.
He cried.
I'm a man. I'm a grown ass man, and I cried. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I cried. That show broke me. Do you understand? I'm
Stop.
sitting there, and water starts falling out of my eye. And I'm trying to. Oh,
Don't know what this is.
what is that? Right? I did not know. I did not know what to expect with the show, especially
Oh,
with the
yeah.
second season. The first season was so good, and to have them come back with the second season, and I'm invested in Powder. I'm invested
Yeah.
in
Vi.
Vi, and
Mhm.
I'm trying to figure out the family dynamic, and I'm wishing that they get back together, and
Yes. Yes.
just
Absolutely.
now it's over, and I
Yeah.
don't know what to do
Oh
with
my
my life.
goodness.
I
Oh
don't
my
know what to
goodness.
do. I have no idea what to do. I got to
All
find me
right.
a hobby or something.
Well, let's start with episode 7 where Echo finds himself in a different timeline, in a different reality, which happened because of the what is it? The hex thing? What's it called?
Hex, hex. X
Well,
something.
whatever the magic is, as Jace called it. So he finds himself in a different reality, and when he's there, all of his friends that were killed in the first season, when Powder did the little bomb that she created, they're still alive. Everybody is still alive with the exception of Vi. Vi has died when they from the heist that they did to get the crystal or whatever it's called. So he didn't know, and he asked Powder what happened, and Powder gets upset with them. But they, move the story along. He ends up going out and sourcing his own crystal, which then he was able to turn into a time loop. Go figure, right? But meanwhile, Dr. Heimendinger
I think that's it too.
was there, and he says, I'm going to take, this, product that you have, and I'm going to do a few small adjustments to it. This dude goes and makes a whole doggone, uh, like a portal. But as Echo is learning how to use this time loop, he figures out the very most that you can go back is 4 seconds. Anything beyond 4 seconds, was it that it was breaking, this tearing apart like the fabric
Yeah,
of,
fabric time was tearing
right?
apart.
So the most that you could do is 4 seconds, and he pops into the little machine. Oh, he makes out with Powder first. Makes out with Powder, but he pops into the little machine, and he ends up back in his normal reality. So, what's wrong?
Nothing. I'm just thinking. I'm. You cannot explain this show to somebody and just be like, "Oh, I watched this cartoon about these two sisters," and they're like, "Oh, all right, whatever. I'm not watching that. He's stupid. He's such a kid." I'm telling you now, with this story, you will not be disappointed.
Mm-mm.
You will not be disappointed, and you'll be just like us, trying to figure out what to do with your life. Like you be just you sitting there like this, like uh, just trying to figure out what to do with your life. This story was that good.
It does leave you wanting for something else to yeah.
It did. I did have an issue with it, and if you want to know my issue with it, just the mom says the relationship was so complex. The
It
relationship was
was, but it
amazingly
was but it
complex.
felt so real, right? Like, would that not be like a actual sister relationship, or not even sisterly relationship? The relationship between Jace and Victor, or the relationship between Vi and Catherine, like all of the different nuances and the different textures that they had for each relationship felt so very real, like something that would actually happen in real life, and the conversations felt real, not, just something that, a writer was just putting on paper to have, a script for the characters. Like, it felt so genuine.
Yeah. And well, I'll just go
Yeah,
to the
what's your
next episode.
problem? Well, you said you had a
I
problem.
did have an issue with
What is it?
this. After Issa, which was the little girl that Powder
Mhm,
or Jinx had befriended and become like a little sister to her,
mhm.
uh, she sacrificed herself. I'm sorry for whoever hasn't seen this yet. You might want to turn your head or plug ears or something. It's gonna be a small spoiler.
Spoilers.
But watching Isha save Powder, Vi, and from their father, who was
Vander.
well, he was
The
yeah,
monster.
right, but he was
Mhm.
in and out between the monster, and they couldn't let their father go, even though they had only an inkling of him
Mhm.
left
Mhm.
inside this monster. This little girl grabbed this weapon and went and sacrificed herself to
Aw.
save both of them, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
My issue with that was in the next episode
They
they
didn't
didn't
reference her at all
they
after
didn't
that.
talk about
Nope,
her at all
they
anymore.
didn't.
You saw Jinx's pain, but you didn't. No one got to talk about what it had done to them. Now, the only person it should have affected was Jinx, but Vi saw what it had done to Jinx. So you think Vi would have said something to Jinx about how it made her
Well, she didn't
feel.
get the chance because in episode 8, at the beginning of episode 8, if I'm not mistaken, it was the beginning of episode 8. She's already locked up.
She was locked up, but she no, she told them to lock. She had herself locked up. She had given up
Right,
at that
but at
point.
that point, Vi was still recovering from whatever, so she was locked up. They didn't have the opportunity to speak about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then it just went stupid after that.
No,
8, 9, and what was it 7, 8,
7,
9?
8, and 9 were the
7, 8,
last 3.
9 were just absolutely bananas. Like Victor, the stuff with Victor and what he was going through. I did not see any of this shit, any of this stuff coming. None of it. Like I figured the who's the black lady? Who's the black woman?
Mel, the young lady.
I figured she was no her mom. I
Oh,
figured she was going to be the big baddie,
yeah,
and she was evil, but her plan didn't make much sense, right?
and Bessa, and Bisa,
So the
something or
plan.
other.
Melba says not. Melba says not yet. Not yet. What? You don't want to talk about it yet? She says she wants to see what the creators are going to do next. So there are a few other characters that I don't think were in this. They're going to continue the series, especially since it was so
I think Vi,
popular.
I think Vi and uh and Echo are going to continue, but it's not going to be this series specifically. It's I think it's going to be similar to like MCU, how they have different stories and the characters from the stories move over into the different tales that they tell, because this is the last season of this particular series of Arcane, of this particular series.
Yeah, that's done. That's over with. Um,
So episode 8 um was a mess. I didn't listen. There was one particular scene in episode 8, and I don't know if you caught it, where um Victor has Jace by the throat in the room,
yep,
and so Victor is able to see what's going on in real life, and then but he's um astral, where he's in outer space. His consciousness is in outer space at the same time. So he's got Jace by the throat,
yep.
and there's some a shiny object that distracts. Did you see that?
No, I don't. I don't remember. I don't remember that part. Are you talking about
When they were first fighting, not the last fight, the first time that they were
Jason
fighting. When,
Victor?
yeah, when Victor came in and he was the robot.
Oh,
Mhm.
so yeah, I do remember that.
Mhm.
They had a hard time beating just that one, and
Right.
he had an entire army
Exactly.
of those things, and the only thing that would stop Victor was basically what was left of his humanity. But
Mhm.
Mel's plan, the ginormous black woman,
Her mom.
she wanted an army of these unbeatable soldiers.
Mhm.
Lady, pay attention. Read the room. Victor is cleaning the planet. He's wiping everything out. There's no more need for war. Okay,
Right.
you
He's
don't
trying to make
need
a
this
perfect
anymore.
world, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
who you gonna fight? What are you doing? Your allegiance don't make no sense. I need you to figure it out. I hope there's a spinoff. I really hope they bring back Vi and Jinx hashtag or powder.
Powder. Mhm.
They need to do something.
Well, we got to talk about the last episode, the very last episode, because um in episode 9 is when, excuse me, Powder slash Jinx, she sacrifices herself to save her sister, because she made a reference in episode 8, and I think she said it again in episode 9. She made a comment, something along the lines of you'll never leave me, or like something to basically say she understands now that her sister has always believed in her and that she'll never leave her side. So while Vi is fighting with their father Vander while he's in monster mode, because now what Victor has done is he has stripped Vander of all his humanity in order to make him the perfect killing machine. So he does not recognize Vi, he no longer recognizes Powder. He is just out to smash kill. So Vi is tussling with him, and they end up on some kind of ledge that's really loose. And Powder tells her, "Jump to the next one. You'll be safe there." And Vander, she instead of doing that, she walks over to Vander, their father, to try and wake him up to try and see if he will recognize them. And in that moment, he gets up and they start fighting again, or he tries to, I don't know, get her. Powder sees this and goes to intervene, and Vi is on the ledge holding Powder by the arm while Vander is wrapped around Powder's midsection, like pulling her down. She takes the crystal out of Vi's glove, and which releases the glove from Vi's arm, therefore, thereby causing them to fall into the depths, and Powder like opens up a explosive and kills them. But in that moment, the way that it looked to me, and Paul, I don't know if you agree with this, it looked to me as if Powder took on the like she acknowledged that she was the one who started it. Because had she not found the crystal to start with, the people on the top would never have thought that they needed to create a war, to use it for war. No?
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you're saying. I get it. I only, if I'm being honest, the only storyline I really cared about was the relationship between Vi and her girlfriend up top,
Catherine? Mm.
and the relationship between her and her sister. Everything else was just kind of, eh. I enjoyed it, but since Vander was gone and Silco was gone, it didn't really, I didn't really care too much about the other aspects of this show. That relationship between those sisters is what drew me in. So I wanted to see more of that, and I mean I got that. So I'm happy with the show. I love the show. I think that is what you are supposed to get when you are thrust into something that is supposed to take you to another place,
Hmm.
right? Supposed to change the way you feel about what it is you're watching. So I say they did a fantastic job, and I hope they do something else.
Hmm.
So
I think they are.
I'm gonna stop. So Melba, or not Melba, live from the bushes. You can come back now. Live from the bushes. You can put your
Come
earplugs
on back.
back in now. You know what I cannot remember, man? Is how to post my Discord to this YouTube thing. I'm gonna figure this out one day. I'm
Mm,
gonna remember it. Stop forgetting how to add my Discord
okay.
to this YouTube thing. I should start doing it before we go live, but that's all right. It's fine.
We should. Okay.
Leave a like, share, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'd appreciate that, and I appreciate y'all just being here anyway. So
Especially with this being last minute. So yeah,
yeah,
we appreciate you taking your time out.
um, I'm looking to have some guests on the show soon. So if you guys want to be on the show just to talk about anything, you want to talk about a show that you saw that you want to discuss, I'd love to have y'all on, man. Just talk about anything. So probably gonna do that after Thanksgiving. But if you're interested, let me know. Hit me in Discord. Hit me on Instagram, email, something, anything. Just let me know what you want to do, and we'll see if we can make that happen. All right, so we're gonna get to your show,
What show is that?
the show,
The show.
the big show.
The big show.
Has everyone seen? Has everyone seen the final episode
Oh boy.
of From?
Oh boy.
I'm just asking because I don't want to pull another
Listen.
Just the mom has seen it. All right,
All right.
everybody else good.
Very good. Doozy. Doozy.
All right, I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh,
I'm gonna let you talk
oh
about it
my
first.
goodness. This episode to from t- we finally got answers, y'all. We finally have answers.
Did get a few.
Yeah,
Yep.
quite a few. I mean, they ended it with giving you something else way left field, but we'll get into that. So it starts with Ellis and Boyd still looking for Fatima, and Ellis coming to Boyd and saying, I think Elgin knows where she is. Um Boyd. I listen. So at first, Elgin would not provide him the information, the location of Fatima, and he, Boyd pulled out a bag of tricks. Literally, I mean, he went down and found himself a hammer. Came back in the room, and broke his. Didn't he break his hand with the with the
Tore
hammer?
his mess up. He should have said something. That's all I'm gonna say. He should have said something. Huh? Now look at you.
So Sarah said they don't know how to because um the new police officer, I unfortunately can't remember her name. She came in to break up the party and to try and figure out why they are torturing Elgin, and Sarah said they don't know how to get the information, but I do. And she went in there and did she club him over the head with the hammer?
No,
What'd she do?
no,
His head was bleeding.
yes.
Yeah.
You didn't see what she did to him?
No.
Somebody in the chat, please tell this woman what she did
I
to him.
sorry, I had my back turned. I have a dog and a daughter
Let's
and
just
a
say it would not have taken
husband.
that much for me to tell them where that woman was at. Hold up, y'all ain't got to do none of that. Let me just. I have. I've had second thoughts. If you go right down this road right here, she is at the end of that street right there. You can go ahead and put that down. No, she dug his eye out with a
Oh.
screwdriver.
Oh. Sarah.
I, bro, I don't know how you get through, like how it touches your eye and you're not telling her exactly where Fatima is. Like all you would have to do is show me. I'd be like, oh, you're serious.
Yeah.
You are serious. So I didn't think he was actually gonna do it. I thought this was bullshit. She's down the road. She's down the road. Yeah, I didn't think he was actually gonna stab me or none of that. But
Sarah.
yeah, she dug her.
Oh my
She said
god.
she did not want that boy was kind and that she did not want him to.
Change.
She didn't want him to lose his soul in this place, and that
Right.
hers was already gone, so she might as well do it.
Ugh.
I,
Okay. Well, meanwhile, while they're doing that, Jim, Jade, and Tabitha, they figured out the bottle tree that had the numbers in it. The numbers weren't numbers, they were music notes. And so Jade ends up figuring out what the song is very, very quickly. And they go to excuse me, they steal Victor's violin and go to the bottle tree and then play the song. And then at that precise moment, um, they find out, or Jim finds out that, well, actually, I guess it was Tabitha, Jade, and Jim, kind of all at the same time. Find out that I guess in a prior life, Jade and Tabitha were mates, um, who'd been there before. They had a daughter together, and they keep trying to come back in different lives to save their daughter. Jim does not like this, obviously. And they bounce back kind of and handle uh Fatima's birth. She gives birth to the baby. Well, to the thing. Um and was it correct me if I'm wrong. She gives birth. The woman in the Komodo takes the thing down into the basement in the cellar where they are. And it grows up into, was it the monster that they previously killed?
yes, it
Okay,
was Smiley. So
okay,
they shot Smiley in season. I don't know if it was 2 or 1. They shot him and he
right.
died. And now I just Like, how dumb is Elgin, man? You know, she's an ain't she's an angel. She's not. She's not an angel, man. She's wearing a kimono. Why would you think that? So I don't understand that aspect of Elgin. Elgin just seemed to come out of nowhere with all of this. You damn right, Melba. It grew up so quick,
It did. It
so
did.
fast, and I just
But Fatima tells you in this particular moment that she gives you the information. I think they previously said this, but that basically the adults, the monsters were the parents of these children who are, haunting the land or whatever, and they were given, what is it, that they would live forever if they sacrificed their children. So she tells Boyd and Ellis this particular. I don't know how she got that information because it was never relayed to her as far as I'm concerned, but osmosis, we'll just say, who knows. Um and then they go back to Jim. Jim's wandering in the woods. He finds his RV.
I,
I'm gonna let you talk about this
I'm gonna get to Jim in a minute. You keep going. I'm gonna talk about Jim in a second.
Jim gets to his RV and Julie. Well, I'm gonna back up. I apologize. I'm gonna jump around. Julie is in earlier in the episode. She's in the diner talking to Ethan, and I kind of need Julie to stop laying the all the problems that she has in the world on the shoulders of the little boy Ethan, because she goes back and she tells him,
Yeah,
you know what happened?
yeah.
She goes,
I'm gonna lose my mind with this girl.
she goes back and tells Ethan like what happened when she went into the ruins or whatever, that she was able to see where Boyd was when he was in the pit, and that she heard their mom Tabitha when she was walking with Victor underground or whatever, and Ethan tells her, you're a story walker, and she wants to try and change the outcomes of these stories, and he specifically tells her that's not a thing, you can't do it, you're just basically there to observe. So now fast forward back to Jim at his RV. Julie comes running through the woods. Dad, dad. Now, Jim, Julie doesn't look anything in this particular moment like she has throughout the entire series. Her hair is darker and much, much shorter. And somehow he doesn't think that this is odd given all the different things that this particular place throws at you on a daily basis. He's just like, oh, darling, yes, yes, over here, over here. And then a man in a yellow suit pops out of nowhere. He threatens Jim. Ugh. Jim tries to be a dad and pushes Julie behind him to whatever. Anyway, he gets beat out by this old man. He picks up a stick. The old man overpowers him. He grabs him by the throat, pushes him up against the RV, rips his throat out, y'all. Rips the man's throat out. And cutscene, end of the show. Done and done.
So I, I didn't care about Jim anyway. He just seemed to be lost in the sauce. Like he just seemed to like he was that dude that walked up on conversations, just as people was talking about stuff, just being a third wheel. Nobody was talking to him. So yeah, we got the kid. The kid? Where's the what tree? Shut up, Jim.
He did.
Nobody's talking to you, bro.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure out what is going on where he has to be involved in anything. And the part where she was like, listen, I am Miranda and
Mhm.
what's his name? Who's the scientist?
Christopher. Oh, Jade.
Jade. Jade is Christopher.
Yeah.
And we had a baby together. That's kind of like backwards cheating a little bit. Like I would feel like, would you feel like, hold up, y'all slept together? Like I felt some kind of way for Jim. I was like, hold up, man, y'all.
Listen to yourself.
I'm just saying.
No,
Would you be okay with it?
it's in a prior
I
life.
smashed
It's
your
not
wife
a
in another
thing.
life. I just feel like I can't be here anymore. Like one of us has to go.
Well, he went.
One of us has to leave. You can't. I can't have you. Can't have you around my wife. You knowing that.
terrible.
You know, I'm just. It would bother me. I know it's not his fault.
Clearly.
I know it's not his fault. I know it's in another life, but still, you had my wife's goodies, and
Oh my
now I got to see you every day at lunch and dinner. I don't want that. I don't want none of that. You know.
Oh boy.
Just the mom says Tabitha was doing the Maury run after the DNA test. I know, right?
She
She didn't really seem to. She didn't really seem to know
good
or
one.
honestly care about breaking Jim's feelings. I mean, hurting Jim's feelings. Did she? She didn't care.
She said I needed time to
She's like,
digest it
"Oh
or
my
something.
God, Jim, yeah, we did it, and I got a baby. I need time. Can you give me time?" Be like, "Yep, you can have time. Let me catch you at Jay's house. If I catch you at Jay's house, it's on and popping. That's all I'm telling you. Don't go over there. Don't go over there. That's it." Um, who we gonna talk about next? Julie.
Julie.
Julie's
Oh
hard
my
headed.
God.
Julie is hard headed. I know. Whatever has just happened, she tried to go back in the past
Yes.
and change something,
hmm
which leads me to believe that y'all let me know if my mic is too loud. I don't want to run anybody off.
Me too. I'm sorry. I think I've been yelling.
Which leads me to believe that Jim is not dead. He for the purpose of this show, he is, but I feel like she's gonna try to bring him back again, which is an aspect of this show I didn't see coming. Like I didn't know we was gonna be doing like time travel like that. Um, I did have a question. If your loved one was in trouble, right? And there was this dude in front of you who knew exactly where she was at. Would you hesitate? Would you hesitate to use any means necessary to try to get that information out of that dude?
Say uh-huh.
Like
Say it again.
the torture that Boyd did to Elgin.
Elgin. Mm-hmm.
Do you feel it was justified, or do you feel like it's a bridge too far? Do you feel like you've become a different person now because you've taken another route?
Well, I think given the circumstances that they're in, like if they weren't in Fromville, then if they were in normal society, then maybe you'd say that's a little extreme. But given where they currently are and the different things that have happened, I would say that the measures that he took were justified.
So,
That's how I feel.
Chocolate Uncle Fletch says, I'm also intrigued to see if Randall and Mario are also story walkers like Julie. This whole story walkers thing is new to me. Number one, and why is she learning stuff from her little brother and not from adults? Why is she just be believing anything he say? Oh, you know what you are? Huh? You're a wind walker. You're a story crafter. Oh, I am.
Maybe if you get them all together and they hold hands, sing "Kumbaya," we can all get up out of here.
Every time she'd been in something dangerous, she following her brother's lead. Oh, you got to do is you got to go to the ledge and jump off. That's how you get to the next level of whatever it is you're thinking. No, stop listening to a 10-year-old. Go find an adult. Go find an
But that's what
adult.
she does. She keeps saying, "I'm gonna tell you something, but don't tell anybody."
Don't tell anybody.
Shh, don't tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. That's how you ended up in this whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Flex says the story Julie told Ethan about the promenade in the Lake of Tears pilot episode, foreshadowing a lot of stuff in my opinion. I believe you. I think you are absolutely correct in that. I'm starting to become a little bit more lost as this show goes on because I don't know what anybody can do. You know, I have no idea what people can do anymore, and why Julie is all of a sudden able to, what is it called? Dream run?
Story.
Story wall? Is that what it's called? Story wall? It's
Yes.
stupid. It's a dumb name. It's fine. I don't care. Uh said the fairies are Fletch says the fairies are coming from the lake of tears to save him. Maybe the fairies, the story walkers, really trying to save Jim. She was trying to save Jim. I 100% believe that. She has done this multiple times and that she just keeps failing. And I think it's because of what her brother told her that you cannot change what has been taken. You can go back as many times as you want. You're not going to be able to stop what has happened. But
Mhm.
the catch is none of that would have happened had she not done what she did originally, right? If she doesn't go do the the, the dream squatting or sprint running or whatever the hell it is,
Stupid.
whatever it is you call her doing, right? She don't do none of that. Jim doesn't die. Nobody dies. Well, Jim doesn't die. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Let's just I'm thinking they will go back and try to first started the sacrifice of the kids trying to break it. They can't change it. It's already predetermined. Yeah, I agree. I agree. But it's like I don't know. It's a weird thing. None of this happens without Julie, right?
Mm,
But it's already happened because Julie went back in time.
right.
My brain's about to explode right now, just trying to
Just thinking about
figure this shit out. I don't I don't completely understand it. There are a lot of people in this episode that I don't understand. Jim was trying to protect Julie,
Mhm.
right? But she was behind him, and he grabbed his stick.
Mhm.
Go, run, like go now, go. But I don't really think it mattered because they were outside. It was daytime,
Right.
so
Well, clearly this individual that they came across was able to break whatever established rules there were or are. So, but again, like I'm not. But he said when he um when he first popped on the scene, he said it was a nice song they played. So he was conjured. I'm guessing by this particular song. And I guess he was also the person on the other end of the phone when Tabitha was digging, looking for the electricity, because he also made the statement of, "I told you
he did.
Tabitha shouldn't be digging," or something like that.
He
So,
did. Life in the Bushes says she can change something because she was the one who threw Boyd the rope. Okay, I'm gonna try to. I don't know. I'm gonna try to explain this. I don't. It may not come across the way that I intended to, but I'm gonna try. I don't think she changed
mhm,
that. I
she was a
think
part
she
of the
was
story.
originally part of it in the first place
Mhm.
because she had gone back and threw him the rope. That had become the present,
Storyline.
or yeah, that is something that has taken place. That's something that has happened already, right? She went back to do something else. She wasn't there for that. She went back and did it, and that was was that in season one?
That
Somebody
he
threw the
was,
rope down,
yeah, that he
but we
was
didn't
in
know who did
this.
it. So she had already done that by going back, which is why I said that
Or maybe beginning of season 2.
she has already done it, right? She can't change something that she's already done. That rope is going to be thrown down to Boyd. It's going to be thrown down to Boyd by her, right? So you can't change that. I'm going to check out Dark. Um, I hope it's good.
It's been out for a while now.
Fletch says, "Do you think Eloise is dead? I think someone caught her because she left the cellar, Miranda, and then hid them from her. Christopher, maybe he caught her. Um, that's a good question, man. Like I had assumed after watching the stone, the colored stone that Victor put down for his mother and uh,
Sister.
Eloise,
Mhm.
and after he gave the explanation that there were pieces left, but there wasn't a lot left
Mhm.
for him to be able to bury.
Mhm.
So it's possible she could still be alive, and he just maybe,
Picked up the wrong person.
yeah, yeah. So I don't know. You could be right. Do you think Eloise is still alive? Do you?
No.
You think she's dead?
Yeah. Because I would guess in all this, well, but I would guess in all this time that Victor would have seen something that would have given him some kind of thought that she was still alive. I mean, he's like the encyclopedia of this place, so he kind of know, he's most of the time knows what's happening. So,
I don't.
you think she's still alive?
Put it.
I do like how Victor and his father Henry came. together in this particular episode, and um, because I think Victor kind of picked up on the fact that Henry may have been ashamed of him and kind of approached it that way with Henry, and Henry basically rebuffed it and said, "There's no way." Um, so I'm glad that that particular scene took place. So,
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll
did you cry at that point
when what?
when Henry told Victor?
No, I didn't cry, but I was very taken aback by Henry. It was the first time I'd actually seen some emotion from Henry about Victor. I mean, they hugged when they
Mhm.
first met,
Mhm.
but the emotion came from Victor as he explained to his dad that he didn't know how to get home.
Mhm.
That got me,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But Henry's been like a drunk asshole since then. He has not checked on Victor. He's been like disappointed by
I'm
Victor.
gonna give Henry a pass. I'm gonna give Henry a pass because it's a lot to take in. That I mean, just think about it. Victor's what, 40 now?
Yeah.
We'll say 40. He looks like maybe a 40 year
No, you
old.
look way past
Okay,
40.
we'll just call him 40
You
though.
look like he in
We'll
his
just call
60s.
him
You
40.
look like 67. What do you look like?
But he's gone 40 years with the thought in his mind that his wife is dead and his two children are dead, and he's been taken to this crazy place where you have to hide at night, um, and where he's found out that Victor, of the three people that he's loved, isn't dead. It's kind of a bit to take in. It's a shock to your system. So I think I'd be drinking too. I mean, just pass me a mimosa or something. I think I would need something to settle me down, or bring me tether me. I would need something to tether me to what reality now that I am in. Does that make sense?
It does.
Yeah.
To me, I wouldn't give a shit. I wouldn't care anymore. I said it in my videos. If I was in Fromville, I'd be running around licking windows. I don't give a damn, right? After I see
Stupid.
monsters and people got to put stones on their door to stop monsters from coming in at night, I'd be like, I'm going outside. I'm not doing this every night. I don't even know how to get back. I'm blocked by a tree in the road. I got to deal with assholes in the diner every morning as we sit here and eat carrots and bushes. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that every day. So I know it sounds petty, but I'm be perfectly honest. I don't think if my son was there, my
Mm-mm.
my family was there, I probably would, or somebody to protect, I probably would have done that. But just wake up every morning in a sleeping bag, knowing that I got to go outside and deal with these crazy monsters, and time travel, and eat beets. I'm not doing all of that, man. That is not my idea of living. You know, Melba says no one likes Jim. No one did like
No.
Jim. Not even
Mm-mm.
his own
I hope
wife
he
and
doesn't come back.
kids. His
Mm-mm.
own wife and
Yeah, they
kids
were
didn't
going to
even
get
like Jim.
divorced. Yeah.
So every chance she got, she was giving him some
He
guff.
he hasn't contributed anything since the first season. Like Jade has contributed regularly. Tabitha, I don't really like her character, but at least her character is moving the story forward. Same thing with Julie. She's annoying. Her and Ethan, they're both annoying, but they're moving the story forward. Excuse me. All the other characters, Victor, everybody else is moving the story forward. Jim is just there to be an antagonist at this point. Like, he's just there to be an angry man, just to be angry about whatever is happening in his life that day, as if no one else has anything else going on. So he can beat it. Kick
Don't, f-
rocks.
don't forget to like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the content. Me and my sister, we try to do this every Thursday. Of course, we can't do it this Thursday because it's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving. And I hope you
Um,
all have a happy holiday as well if you celebrate.
yeah. Um, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there. All of you are important to me. I hope all of you enjoy yourselves and you have a great day. If you want to talk, I got Discord, email, Instagram. It's all in here. My old ass cannot figure out how to add Discord to this goddamn chat. And I've been trying to figure this out for the last 30 minutes, but it's fine. I'm gonna figure it out. I get it next time, or I get it this time. One of the two, I'll figure it out. We're just gonna keep talking about this show though.
Oh boy.
So I don't think Jim has. As a matter of fact, if I was the actor who played Jim, I'd be rather pissed off at the people who wrote my character. You have been getting treated like trash by your wife, Your kids ain't listen to you. They do whatever they want. Um, your wife just walked off. She left. She didn't feel like she had to tell you nothing. She came back. She got up. You try to see how she was doing in the middle of the night. Be like, it wasn't your fault. He was like, how do you know? Huh? You just stupid. You don't know nothing, Jim. So, and I just
I
feel
love
like
that scene.
that was unnecessary. She didn't have to do that.
Oh, she did.
She had to do none of that. Right? Then he got disrespected by Jade. And then he got
Henry told him to
and then he got disrespected by Henry. And Henry just got there. Henry just got there. And he got disrespected. So it's just weird, man. Hold on, I think it was one thing I wanted to go back and look. Somebody said, why the hell did man in yellow kill Jim? Knowledge comes with price. Tabitha and Jade that are investigating, and Jim is the one to die. Yeah. So I think the song is what did it.
Mm-hmm.
I think the song is what woke him up. He said he did say that the knowledge comes with a price. I don't think he meant the knowledge that they had. I think it's what Jade and Tabitha are starting to remember, and then remembering the song or whatever. I don't know what Jade and Tabitha were on, leaving clues in bottles in a tree. That's a song by numbers and
Well,
letters.
Jim figured that part
How the
out.
hell supposed to figure that out, man?
Jim did.
No, that's
And
crap right there.
Jade called him a genius.
I mean, they. I mean, granted, I guess the clue was for Tabitha, who is
The mom.
yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess if she understood it, then maybe it would make sense. But I'm just saying, like, you couldn't write yourself a letter. You couldn't just say, "Hey, this is the song you need to play. Either don't play it or play it because bad things is gonna happen.
Right.
This is what this place is like. So next me, if you could just look at this and not make the same mistakes I did, that would be fantastic. It doesn't make sense.
Well, I think you're saying what Jade said when he lost his shit. When he was out there yelling.
I'd have been pissed.
Yeah.
I'd have
Well,
been
he was
pissed.
like, "Stop giving us clues. Just tell us what you want."
Yeah, I was mad at all of them, even the boy in white who told Victor, "Hey, you stop chopping that tree down." That's all I can say though. I can't tell you nothing else. Can't tell you nothing else. And then she's like hanging sticky notes and bottles hanging from the tree. Ain't nobody gonna figure this shit out. Nobody. What are you doing? What are you doing, lady?
Ugh.
There is gonna be a season 4. It was just
Announced.
confirmed
Mm-hmm.
just the other day. So happy to see that. Um, I don't know. I'm pretty sure Jim is going to be in it, so don't get your hopes up.
Please,
I'm almost certain
please. I'm riding on a high right now.
Jim
Don't
is
take
going
it
to
from
be
me.
in that. What else? What else did you get from that episode?
Nothing. I think we pretty much beat it to death.
Oh, there was one more thing that I wanted to acknowledge.
What's that?
Donna is ride or die
Oh,
with
I
boy. Do you
love
hear me?
Donna. I
Donna didn't
love
think twice
Donna.
when he was talking about going upside Elgin's head. She
She
was
was
like,
like,
"All right,
"Everybody clear out."
cool, get out. It's
Right.
all good." She said, "Don't let nobody." He said, "Don't let nobody upset." She said, "All right, I got you." He was just cool with it. Just gave him.
Mm-hmm.
You see what he did to his hand?
Yeah. Broke it.
Left that little marshmallow inside of
Kapow.
it. I'm just
Oh
saying.
my.
They could have put paper with a full song inside the bottle, right? How you just gonna confuse yourself like that? It was so confusing she didn't even recognize it. She was like, I don't know what this is. Maybe the lottery numbers in these bottles. Why are we hanging them from bottles? Why are we just hanging them on the board?
So that the monsters wouldn't get them? Maybe.
That,
I
so they
don't
couldn't get them.
know.
They can make Fatima. They can make Fatima pregnant.
When listen,
They can't. They
listen. If we're throwing stuff out there,
they tricked Boyd.
they
They
have
killed
no
animals. They've been killing people for a
right.
long
They've been
time.
killing people. They have not like the cars that the car that the vehicle that they have, the medical equipment, everything that they have, they've not bothered. They've been bothering the individual.
So they can do all of that, but they can't figure out how to
They're
climb a damn
they're
tree.
not concerned with it. They're like, "Peh, it's just numbers in a bottle. Backward 2, backward 7."
No, that's crap. That's crap. Nobody's figuring that out. That's crap. I'm not buying none of that. That is such BS. Oh, they're musical notes. Shut up, Jim. I don't. Well, it's fine. If you're Elgin,
Oh boy.
if you are Elgin, are you waiting to have your eye torn out with a
Screwdriver.
ginormous flat tip screwdriver, or are
Oh,
you just gonna
I'm glad I
let
didn't
that
see that
go?
part.
Are you just gonna let that go? Now, some people were upset with
Well,
me
how
because
would
I when Boyd was talking to the preacher,
right?
and the preacher was like, "Look, you're going to be a changed person if you do this
Mhm.
to Elgin. Like, you
Mhm.
don't have to do this to Elgin.
Mhm.
Um, you're not that person."
Mhm.
But I feel like it's just as easy for Elgin to tell me where she is.
I agree.
Like, why is it my fault?
I agree, but that's why they brought Sarah in because she understands the mindset that you're in now.
She didn't have to do all of that
Mm,
to Elgin. They could have just touched him up. They could have just whooped his ass
They
as a group.
did. They broke his hand, and he was still
No,
like,
but you didn't.
"Mum's the
You didn't have to do
word."
that. You didn't have to do that. Just
Okay,
get a couple gut shots. You know, punch him in the face a few times,
suit
and
up.
you could just make things happen. I'm pretty sure he'd have let it go. He'd have let it go. He'd have told you. You did not have to dig out his eye socket. That's all I'm saying.
Now, does anybody, or does anybody have an idea regarding the significance of the house, the picture of the house without the boat? Because they did it, and he
Oh,
was
I
like,
forgot about that.
yeah, he was like, because Elgin was like, "What is it? What is it?" And he was like, "That's the house that we just bought, that we were going to the day that we ended up here. But the thing is, it doesn't have the boat in front of it." And I'm curious to hear if anybody's got any specific ideas about if that meant anything or if it was just something that they threw out there. Or I'm curious. You have any thoughts on it?
Only that his wife going crazy maybe was not a coincidence. That maybe because Jade and Tabitha have remembered that they were there,
Mhm,
right? They were
mhm,
there before.
mhm,
Um, I I think that there are a few more people who are there who aren't who don't realize that they've been selected to be here, like Donna and Boyd. I think Donna and Boyd are connected in some way. Um,
well, maybe because they, well,
maybe they used to get it,
so,
back in the day in
okay.
another life. All I'm saying.
Mm,
No, it's not out of the realm of possibility. They
mm,
close in age.
okay.
Live in the Bushes says, "Isn't the boat in Fromville?" Oh
Is it?
shoot!
He didn't have the boat.
Yeah,
He had the key, not the boat. She gave him the key in the car. I don't remember the boat being there. I could be wrong.
I don't remember the boat being there either, but that I don't remember nothing. So
Oh my god. Okay.
it could be there. I'm not
I'm
certain.
trying to think of the picture that they take above where it's got the motel sign and the pool and in that area. But I don't know if it has a boat.
Live from the Bushes says, "You're right. They only had the key."
Mm.
Y'all got some good memories. I don't remember nothing, nothing at all. I don't remember none of that. So what else? You got Elgin, you got Donna. They're good. Everybody else in the town is out searching. That means they're not in this episode because they didn't want to pay him, so they just made up some excuse. And then they ripped out Jim's throat,
Stupid.
which
Thank goodness.
I
Mm.
mean, I hated Jim, but I didn't want that to happen to Jim.
You didn't?
His daughter got to
He's
watch
just
that happen right in front of her, man.
she's also being choked by cicadas every other episode, so,
That's not her. That's Randall.
uh,
Randall's the one getting
yeah.
done up by cicadas, and he
He
was.
tried to kill
Oh
himself.
my god, I'd have just watched. I'd have watched. Would any of y'all have stopped Randall? I'm like, oh no, don't do it, Randall, no.
Clear. Zzz.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but that's ridiculous. So I'm I'm impressed with the show. I don't feel like we'll ever understand what this place is or why they're here
Not anytime
exactly.
soon.
Um, you can still solve this mystery while telling, like have one of the boys and kids in white just be like, oh, you want to know why you're here? Oh, you're here because this happened. That's it. I don't know why they didn't tell you earlier, but that's it. Yeah, we're gonna be here. Just gonna be here.
For a while.
Either yeah, you got to go do this, that, and the third. I don't know why they won't say anything. It was so frustrating for the boy in white to tell Victor, um, we want to tell you, but this time we think that you have to figure it out on your own. He's been there 40 years. He ain't getting it. Okay, he ain't getting it. So could you please just drop a hint, man? Anything. You can point like you don't have to. You don't have to. Just do something. You don't even have to like let it all go. If people are watching, just be like, just do something, right? Just do something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel bad for Victor. Victor deserves to go home, and these stupid kids in white won't do anything to help him out. You need to figure it out on your own. Then they just put their arms together and walk away. Make me sick.
You know.
Yes, you know.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
I'm just in my final thing. I do feel bad for Jim. I did not think I was going to feel bad for Jim, but
Really?
yeah, I mean, he died protecting his kid,
Really?
his daughter.
Really? You
Again,
call that protecting?
he pushed her out of the way. He could have ran after that, but yeah, I guess you know
Okay.
it's fine.
All right.
Hang on. All the creatures in the original timeline there are every timeline. Maybe they do. Um, did y'all know it was going to be Smiley that
Not a clue.
was going to be birthed?
Not a clue.
I thought honestly it was Eloise. I thought she was going to give birth to Eloise, and just confused the hell out of everybody. And then when it started to grow like really fast, I was like, "Oh, okay." And then it got really big, and I was like, oh, that's not Eloise."
I thought it was gonna be a different type of monster than what we've seen before. Like some new thing that they would have to like try and figure out and overcome or something like that. I didn't know it was gonna be Smiley.
Fletch thinks once Victor comes full clean on Eloise's story, the writers have him killed for sure. Victor, I feel like Victor's an OG. Like you can't off Victor. He's been there way too long. You got to send Victor home. As a matter of fact, I don't care if everyone else passes away.
Oh
You got to at
boy.
least send Victor home.
Uh, so the rest of the town, Donna, Boyd, Elgin, Ellis, Fatima, everybody can just send Victor home.
I think Donna is.
Victor's not gonna know how to act in normal society.
You don't know
I
that.
feel like honestly, I'm sorry. Now that it's come up, guys, fam, let me know if you agree. If they have the opportunity to go home, do you think Victor would opt to stay there or he would go back to reality? He's been there and he knows how to function in this, realm or fromville. So would he stay or would he go? Like, if they say, "Let's go, Victor, let's go," do you think he would go or he would opt to stay?
That's a good question. He doesn't know anything else.
Right.
Um, listen, if it was a regular place, I would say stay. But there are monsters here, okay? And they are actively trying to kill you every single day. I'd be like, no, let's go. Let's go. I can go find someplace else on my own. I don't have to stay right here. I can go someplace.
Okay.
Fletch says Victor wasn't even a main character in season one. The writers changed the plot due to fan. I didn't even know that. I'm gonna have to look into that.
Didn't know that either.
That's good. Thanks for the info, Fletch. If Victor goes to the real world, he doesn't have no one. Again, I agree with you. that you'd probably be like, "Oh, I want to stay," but there are murders here still. There are things that
He's
want to.
learned how to navigate
You
it
don't have to
though.
learn in the regular world. You could just go out in the
He
bushes.
would have to learn the regular world. He knows nothing. He knows absolutely nothing.
I'm gonna stay here where I'm hunted every day.
Well, he's got the thing to put up on the wall. He's fine, right?
I,
That's normal.
I mean, perhaps. I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, what are y'all theories? What do you think is the what do you think happens next season? Do you think Jim comes back? Um uh do you think Julie goes and gets him, saves him? Fletch says, I wonder if Martin was also a story walker, and then they got him chained up in the dungeon. That's a good
Oh
question.
yeah.
Here was something I was thinking. During the time they were in the dungeon, when Boy was in the dungeon, he saw the guy who was locked up. I forget what his name was.
Martin, he just read
He
it.
did say Martin. Shut up.
Okay, there you go.
So Martin was locked up, right? He said that you had to leave, or you should hurry up
Before he comes back.
before he comes back. Is this the person that Martin was talking about? Is this him? Because again, he's not a regular monster. It's daytime. He's out.
Right.
So is this like the big baddie? It's
Yeah.
like the thing you got to beat. Is this the last level in Mario
No.
Brothers? Is this the thing that
No.
you got to do?
Mm-mm. Nope. No. I don't think this is gonna be the end all be all. No.
No.
No. This thing's got so many layers to it.
I mean, you have to end the show at some point. You
I
you you, you
agree. I
cannot
just
walk.
don't know. I just don't know.
You can't walk and dead this show.
Well,
You can't do
they
that
did,
to these people.
man, too many seasons.
Yeah, but it's fine. All right, so let's get into
That's it.
all of those.
Oh yeah, Victor liked peaches because remember when Donna ran out?
First of all, Fletch, you got a good damn eye, okay? Because I saw the can she kicked. I thought it was just a regular tomato can. y'all memory is ridiculous, sir. Bravo, bravo. Y'all are amazing because I would not have. I did not catch that at all. It's like, ooh, look, a can. I did not think peaches and tie it back to Victor whatsoever. She says, I wonder if this will be like the movie Cabin in the Woods. Melba Toast says, I wonder if this is going to be like the movie Cabin in the Woods. People they are watching. It's clearly somebody's watching.
Mhm. But was he? But I yeah. So is the question that he was? But they are able to manipulate so many different things here. That's the thing that I don't like get. So he was the one that he was able to. Excuse me. He was able to see Tabitha digging, or you were guessing that he was the one able to see Tabitha digging. They manipulated the weather as soon as they got the tower up. You're able to get the electricity that's non-existent. You're like so many different things are manipulated, and you know they have to be able to answer or account for that as well. Because let's say this guy in the yellow is the end all be all. Fine, you still have to answer the question on how they're able to manipulate all these different aspects of what's going on. I don't think it's the music.
Fletch says he's a from a Holly. You goddamn right you are, because there ain't no way in hell I'd have picked up on that. There ain't no way. There ain't no way. This I'm telling you right now. There was a map or something that other people saw in like another episode.
I think Jay had it.
Let me just tell you, I'm gonna be honest. There's a YouTuber out there. Her name is Julie B Deep Dive. She does a hell of a job covering this show, right? And they were looking into the woman with the kimono. Bro, they found this woman in an ancient, like Japanese book of myth and legend. They found her, and I'm like, what? There ain't no way. And they were like, oh yeah, she does this. And she takes babies, which is the same thing that's happening in this show. And I'm like, there's no way. There ain't no way in hell she found this. Is almost as hard as them putting together that song from them dirty Budweiser bottles. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. But that's fine. Y'all give me some recommendations as to what we should watch now. What are y'all gonna watch over Thanksgiving? What amazing show do you think should be watched um next? I'm gonna get into Dune tonight, probably. Um, tell your friends about the show if you haven't already. Um, I love doing this show with my sister. She's amazing.
Love you.
Love having her here, and we're gonna make this a regular thing. Hopefully, we can get more than 11 people. We can gotta get this number up. You know, but even if we don't, I don't give a shit. I just like doing this show with you, so it's whatever. We'll try and make it better and see what we can do. They use the crows to observe them.
Oh, good. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. Didn't even think of that. Yep.
Uh, Fletch says that's how he knew Tabitha was coming in the ambulance. The crows saw her in the fallen tree.
Right. Right, because they always do say the trees and the crows.
Fletch, man, yo,
Look at you.
I'm I
I'm
got
impressed.
I'm I'm beyond
I
impressed.
thought my memory was good. My word.
Fletch, you're an amazing human being because
Absolutely.
there's no way I'd have remembered any of this stuff. And when the show's done, phew, I turned it right off, walked my ass away. I ain't thought twice about this show and walked away. And that's how you got to. That's how I just started treating it because I don't know anything. I mean, I know what I've watched, right? But if you're asking me for like theory and what means anything, I don't know. I do not know anything anymore. Okay, Julie's a superhero now, and her dad is dead. So that's just what I mean. That's just what I think. Anyway, moving on to what you were watching. What are you watching?
Um, other than this, I mean, I think it came up last week, Lioness on Paramount Plus. Just a couple other things here and there. They got a new show that's coming out on MGM. They premiered it with the From episode. I don't know if you guys happen to see it. I can't remember the name of it, but if you guys happen to be interested in that, do you think you're gonna watch it?
I'm gonna give it a
Give it
watch.
a
I'm always
give it a
down for
whirl.
sci-fi,
Yeah.
especially if it's like
It's the end of day. It's like an end of days kind
yeah.
of feel to it. So yeah.
Melba says Day of the Jackal was trash.
Day of the
So
Jackal. Why do I feel like I watched
Earth
that?
Abides. That's it. Earth
Yes.
Abides. Nice
Yes.
pull
Yep.
live from the bushes. Nice
Yep.
job.
Yep.
She says she's going to watch. So maybe we'll do that one next. Um,
That
what
comes
else?
out December 1st.
What else is coming out? They got me with that. They got us with that movie with the monster and the
Elevation.
elevation. Don't watch that trash. Do not watch that trash. I know it looked good, but it ain't.
But prepare yourselves for a part 2 because it's possible.
Don't don't do it. Don't
Nope.
don't do it. Don't do that to yourself. You're better than that. Okay.
Mm.
Dark. Fletch. I'm about to watch Dark. As a matter of fact, somebody recommended Lost to me, and I think I'm gonna watch that as well.
Lost.
Yeah, that's from like the '90s. You don't remember Lost?
Yeah, I didn't like it.
You didn't like it?
I'm allowed to dislike it.
No,
I
I'm
didn't
just
like
saying.
it.
I thought it was good. I thought everybody liked it. All right, so
No, not
I'm gonna
everybody.
check out Dark. I think Invasion's about to come back out soon,
That is your thing.
and we doing Invasion together. Plus, I got to do my show now on Invasion. I think that's it's like my best video.
Okay.
What else is coming out?
Um, there are quite a few things. One moment.
Melba says From reminds me of Lost. It reminds me of Lost too, a little bit. Well, the commercials for Lost because I never saw Lost, so
Uh,
I guess I shouldn't say that.
you got Invasion, Ironheart's coming out, Last of
Trash. I'm not
Us.
interested in Ironheart. Is anyone interested in Ironheart?
Daredevil Born Again.
Shani said Lost had a terrible ending, so disappointing after investing all that time.
Oh, sorry, Shani.
Fantastic. Now I don't know if I'm gonna watch it or not. Flesh says I'm a lunatic. I know you're not a lunatic. You are very
No, you're astute.
yeah. You pay attention to everything. You're probably good in school. Um, I missed all of that. You said everything you said. Did you really know that? Did you know that was a peach can on the floor that she kicked?
Yeah. Bing, bing, bing. Well, the cans don't sound like that, but close enough.
I mean, it's fine. Live from the Bushes says I was interested in Lionheart, but they kept delaying it. Listen, I was interested in Lionheart, Ironheart as well, and then they put it in that movie. They put it in what was it, Wakanda Forever?
Wakanda Forever's coming out too. Yeah,
She was so
that's gonna be a
garbage. She
show.
was like a Care Bear. She was like the version of a Care Bear Marvel character. She just had hearts everywhere, just flying around. It was so stupid. She even looked like she looked like Captain Planet.
Okay.
Just terrible.
Okay.
Go Planet.
I'm waiting for Last of Us to come back out. Honestly, I'm very curious to see. Excuse me, my mouth or something, but curious to see where that show takes us and how they evolve
Anybody
and
else watching Last of Us second season?
move on. So,
Anybody at all watching Last of Us second
I
season?
think there's a bunch of new and or continuation of shows that's going to be coming out here soon. So, if you guys happen to have any that we didn't announce here that we probably should have because we probably do watch them but just can't think of it, please let us know and we'd be more than happy to consider reviewing them.
Yeah. Well, I played the video game Last of Us. I played 1 and 2, and I know what's gonna happen.
Don't
And
tell me.
I'm not gonna. I wouldn't do that to anybody.
Well, wait. Time out, pause. Is this video game based on your actions and then the outcome is determined based on that, or is this like a predetermined outcome?
No, it's a predetermined outcome,
Yeah, well then
and
don't tell me.
it's very controversial. But
Oh.
I'm not gonna tell you what was controversial about it. But
Mhm.
I will.
Could they deviate from that?
No, I mean they could deviate from anything, but I don't think they will. The story is fantastic.
Okay.
I think season 2 or season 2, the second part of the game was better than the first part, and you'll see. You'll see what the dilemma is. I'm not going to tell you
Okay.
what it is because I
All
don't want to
right.
ruin it for everybody.
Well,
But
now
when
I'm
it
hooked.
happens, I want to know what everybody thinks. So we all got to meet back here when Last of Us happens because I need to know what you thought. Were you upset as upset as everybody else was, or were you okay with it? So
Mm, Okay.
what else you got? You got anything?
Nope.
All right. So these are my parting words for Thanksgiving. Um,
Everybody be safe, please.
yeah, I know it sounds corny, man, but I love each and every one of y'all, and I like doing this. This is a blast for me, and it's just about to get real hard out there, and for a lot of people. So be kind to each other, man. You know, treat each other with respect, dignity.
Absolutely.
Remember, everybody's trying their best. We might have different ways of getting there, but everybody means well.
Mhm.
So just do your best. Stay safe. I love you guys, and I'll see y'all for the next one.
Cheers.
Y'all be good. Holla. I'm gonna check out Yellow Jacket Fletch. Fletch is on it, man.
Yellow jacket.